To the voicemail of Truth and Reason. This one about an underappreciated acquisition by Andrew Berry.
Hey guys, could it be a true statement that the Browns' best offseason move after getting Deshaun Watson and Amari Cooper was picking up Ethan Pocic at the center position? And drafting the 7th rounder Deaton looks to also be a great move. Does it show they were hoping Nick Harris would fill this position but weren't necessarily 100% sold? Granted, no one can predict a season-ending injury, and let's hope for a speedy recovery for Harris. Andrew Berry gets NFL GM Executive of the Year in my book. Go Browns!
All right, as always, appreciate all the voicemails. Well, let's take a look at this relative to Ethan Pocic. For what it's worth, 15th graded center in football last season, 67.3, 600 snaps. That's a little bit less than what Tretter is. Tretter's a 75 to 80 grade. He would be the only upgrade available on the free agent market, unless, of course, you could convince Alex Mack to unretire. G. Bush, your thoughts on the center position? I think important to note about Pocic, he started the last couple of years for the Seahawks, so he is a starting caliber center in the NFL.
Well, I think what you see there is that the Andrew Berry in the front office, they tried to hedge their bets. I'll give them credit where credit is due. Nick Harris, even though he was a guy that was in there that we had penciled in, he was not a proven commodity by any stretch of the imagination. So, he had played well in spot duty while he was in there, and we thought he could be a guy that could really hold it down. But I will say this: one of the things that the Cleveland Browns have in their back pocket is you got Bill Callahan, one of the best offensive line coaches, or the premier offensive line coaches in the entire National Football League. Also, you got an opportunity to have the best two guards, in my opinion, the best two guard tandems out there as well. So if you could put a guy like Pocic back in that fold, he started some games for you, and you put him next to Bitonio and Wyatt Teller. Hey, magically, it seems like you can do a little something, right? Maybe I could go spot snap a few times, give a couple third eye. I got you, Teller. Yeah, I give you a little help there, Bitonio. Look, see, I could do that for a couple snaps, right? So my thing is, hey, they might not want to go out, and you got to think about it like this: J.C. Tretter did not leave Cleveland on like the greatest of terms. I mean, he was a little upset that he was a cap casualty. He also didn't play. He didn't really practice that much throughout the year. And I think one thing that Joe Bitonio said, and I was at camp when he said it, kind of raised my eyes. He said, well, you know how it is when you're the Players Association union rep. When you're the president, it's a little different. Like, we don't know if that's a conflict of it. I was like, oh, okay. Joe, he'd been listening to the truth. So that could be a little something to be said. I don't know if Alex Mack is ready to come out of retirement, but I think the Browns may go with Ethan Pocic to just see what he's going to be able to do, and if not, they can look otherwhere to maybe get a guy off the waiver wires and see what they can do.
Yep, 53-man cut down day. Center gets added to that thing that they'll be looking for there. All right.